All right, we're going to get started here. All right. Hey, Perry Jeffries here, your entrepreneur CFO, coming to you this Thursday with the topic of what's a good investment. So, thank you for joining me this afternoon for lunchtime money with Perry Jeffries. And man, let's just get right into this. So, what we do with respects to the entrepreneur CFO is we help entrepreneurs and professionals create and execute customized financial plans so that one day they gain peace of mind and also too can position themselves to become financially free. So in doing this, and our mission is to help 100 households create seven-figure incomes or seven-figure retirements, if you will. And what we're finding is that there's so much information out there that it can be overwhelming information about what to invest, how to invest, what's a good investment, things of that nature. So what we decided to do is start bringing this information right to you, and everything that we're going to talk and discuss is going to be results driven. So there will be no theory on our live feeds here. This will actually be only information that can be backed and is actual and factual. So if you know me, that's how I roll. I keep it 100, especially when it comes to money, because you have your spiritual health, your physical health, and also to your financial health, and we take those very seriously. So jumping right into it, what's a good investment? So here recently, I was out of town and was introduced to a lady, and she asked me. She said, "Well, Perry, I understand that you're a financial advisor." I said, "Yeah, that's correct." She said, "So what's a good investment?" And I'm asked this question all the time. So I decided to, kind of do a talk about it. So when I'm asked the question, what's a good investment, I kind of giggle and chuckle to myself. Because if you know me, I want to fire back with something sarcastic. But I understand that when people ask that question, it is a genuine question. So let me give you an analogy here. If you met a doctor for the first time, and you said, "Hey, I understand that you're a medical doctor," and they say yes, would you ask that medical doctor, "So, hey, what's a good prescription?" Because that would be an odd question, correct? Right? You wouldn't just go to a doctor and say, "Hey, what's a good prescription?" Because the doctor is probably going to respond and say, "Well, there's a ton of good medicines out there. I don't know which one is best for you because I don't know your situation." Well, that's the same way with investments. See, investments aren't a one, kind of a one-hit wonder type deal. Investments fit where they're needed, if you will. So if you wouldn't go to a doctor and say, "Hey, doc, what's a good prescription?" then you probably wouldn't go to a financial advisor and say, "Hey, what's a good investment?" Because there are tons of investments out there. So whether you're talking about stocks or mutual funds or ETFs or even getting into insurance, the base between whole life and term life and universal life and annuities. And then you have all the retirement plans, the IRAs, the SEP IRAs, the solar 401ks. It is just a minutia information out there. So how do you determine what's a good investment? Well, what's a good investment depends on what you need it for. So another analogy here for you to kind of think about. If you've heard my talks, you've heard me speak on why it's so important to have a written financial plan. And we use the analogy of building your dream home. So you wouldn't build your dream home without an architectural drawing, right? That would be one of the first things you would go do is get the drawing for your dream home before you started building it. So imagine not having a home, but already trying to decide on what furniture to put inside the home. So when you invest without having a financial plan, it's the equivalent to buying furniture without having a home. The first thing you want to do is make sure you have the right home. And a home is going to be customized to meet your specific needs. Because if you're building your dream home, it's going to have all the rooms and the amenities that you want to have in your dream home, correct? Outstanding. So one of the first things we want to do is make sure you have the financial plan. So let me give you a real life example. have a client of mine. And if you guys are just now joining, welcome to Lunchtime Money with Perry. What we're discussing today is what's a good investment. So I have a client of mine and we've done a full-blown financial plan for her. So what's a good investment? Well, inside her plan, she has individual stocks, she has mutual funds, she has managed accounts, she has whole life insurance, she has annuities, she has 401ks, IRAs, she has an abundance of different things. And these things just weren't picked haphazardly. They're actually part of her financial plan. Her 401k at her job, her IRA with us, having the whole life product to be able to give her some tax-free income sometime in retirement, having the annuity to be able to give her some guaranteed income and protect the downside of her money with one of her accounts. So all of these products are just part of the financial plan. So what determines how we invest dollars and what's a good investment is what the goal is. So if you have a goal to purchase a home in the next, let's say 0 to 12 months, then a good investment for you would be not to invest, because that money is short-term money. If you're going to need money within 0 to 12 months, that's not the time for you to invest. The time for you to invest is when you don't need that money. So you have, and kind of when I put our plans together, we segment it into now, soon, and later buckets. So now money is money that you need 0 to 12 months. If you need that money in less than a year, you don't invest it, you don't put it in harm's way. What you do is you keep that money in cash. Now you have your soon bucket, money that you may need in the next, say, 2 to 10 years. Well, then those dollars are going to be invested a different way. Maybe kind of a little bit more conservative, not as conservative having your money sitting in cash, but maybe not as aggressive as having your money in individual stocks or securities or cryptocurrencies and things of that nature. Because this is money that you need in, say, next 2 to 10 years. And then you have your later on bucket. Your later on bucket is money that you might not need for 10 years plus. Well, with those dollars, because you have a longer time horizon, you can be more aggressive with those. So that's going to change the type of investment as well. And then depending on what type of insurance, life insurance coverage you may need. So maybe you need some term, maybe you need some permanent coverage. It's not that one is better or worse, because I know it's always a debate over that. The question is, where does it fit into your financial plan? You have a question about what's a good stock? Well, how does it fit into your financial plan? Hey, Perry, should I buy a cryptocurrency? Is that a good investment? Well, tell me how it fits into your financial plan. Also, too, if you guys are just now joining us, appreciate it. We're having a conversation today about what's a good investment. And please, y'all, I'd love to have your feedback. If you have any questions, post it in the comments section. I'll do my best to get those answered before we get off the feed today. So again, so I'll give you another analogy with respects to another example, if you will, of what's a good investment. If you're a younger individual, and again, you're not needing that money for a longer period of time, then you may want to look at things that's going to give you some growth over a longer period of time. But that doesn't mean that you don't still have life insurance coverage. That doesn't mean that you don't invest outside of your 401k. So the key and the what I'm trying to really drill home to make sure that you understand is that with all of the multitude of investments out there, I've yet to really come across something to say, hey, that's a bad investment. But I have ran in situations where, hey, this is a bad investment for you. So you determine whether or not an investment is a good investment based upon what your needs are. Understand that it comes down to what are you investing for? Are you investing for a child's education? Are you investing for retirement? Are you investing to purchase a home or to buy real estate? So again, what's a good investment? Is real estate a good investment? It absolutely could be a great investment for you. So when you're putting your financial plan together and you're looking to work with a financial professional like myself, you want to make sure that you have a holistic plan. So here recently, I helped a client not only plan for retirement and create a 7-figure retirement plan, but also to help her get a line of credit for $106,000 to go buy real estate. right? Because again, that's our job as financial advisors, is to give a holistic plan. But please understand that the onus is on you. The onus is on you as the investor to have a candid conversation with someone to determine, hey, what is a good investment for me? And what's a good investment for you is an investment that actually helps get you closer to whatever your end goal is. And it's okay for us to have multiple goals. Everybody may have multiple financial goals. One of my goals is to be able to retire my wife here over the next year or so. I have a goal of having a adult transition plan for my daughter set up so that when they turn 18, they have an option as far as what they want to do. So that's it. What's a good investment? You and your plan determines what's a good investment, because after the plan is built, then we, at that point, can then insert what is the best investment for you. All right, Perry Jeffries here, seeing if we have any questions. If you're just now joining us, we're just having a talk today about what's a good investment. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in the comments section. And also, too, I'm going to leave a link on there for those individuals who want to position themselves to create a 7-figure retirement plan. We're going to have a video for you to check out, which is going to give you some education as well. So I'll have that in the comment section as well. But Perry Jeffries here, the ECFO, Lunchtime Money with Perry. What's a good investment? Okay, group. Outstanding. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us. We're going to be doing this every Tuesday and Thursday at lunchtime, and it's going to be quick unless we have a conversation that's going on that we need to address and get in front of. Hey, Sean, I see you have a question there. How about real estate? So I addressed this earlier, and what determines a good investment. And when we hear investment, sometimes folks look at the financial advisor like, oh, he's going to say, stocks and mutual funds and things of that nature. A good investment is a vehicle that's going to help you get closer to your end goal. So I help clients, even as a financial advisor, I help clients acquire real estate, because real estate is another asset class which can generate revenue and monthly income, passive income, but also too can be a phenomenal in creating wealth, right? So when I put a financial plan together for my clients, that's something we're addressing. Do you want to purchase real estate? Just had a conversation with a client of mine, I think probably about a month or so ago. Client told me like, hey, Perry, I want to retire before, 60. Well, if you want to retire before 60, currently all of your retirement assets are in retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs. If we're going to retire before then we need to reallocate some of the dollars, the contribution dollars that we have, into things that's going to allow us to retire before the 59 and a half break point where you're able to take money out of your retirement accounts. So let me take a step back and explain that. You typically can only take money out of your retirement accounts after you reach a certain age. But if you want to retire before then, that means that you need to be investing in non-retirement accounts, which could be brokerage accounts, investing in stocks and bonds. But also too, with this particular client, he said, Perry, I want to be able to purchase some real estate. I want my real estate portfolio to be able to generate the cash flow I need for retirement. I said, outstanding. So now we're in a position that we have monies now being redirected to non-retirement accounts. And now we're able to use those non-retirement accounts to qualify for some lines of credit, which in turn will be used to purchase real estate so that the client can retire before the age of 60. So to your question, how about real estate? No, it's not that one is bad, better, or worse. It's how does it fit into your overall plan? The issue that so many of us have is that we don't have a plan. The reason we don't have a plan is because we don't take the time to sit down and determine what the end goal is. So if the end goal is to have, $10,000 a month coming in retirement, well, that goal could be met by having, multi-units in real estate, which is generating $10,000 in revenue. If that's what you need to be able to retire, then that's what your plan needs to consist of. Or maybe it's, $5,000 a month coming in from real estate, and then another $5,000 a month coming in from a different asset class. So maybe that's coming in from a stock portfolio, or maybe that's coming in from a guaranteed annuity product. But at the end of the day, it all drills down to tell me your plan. Show me your plan. The plan will dictate how you should have your dollars allocated and where you should invest. Any other questions out there, group? And thank you, Sean, for that question. I really appreciate it. Any other questions out there? All right, group, we've been on for about 16 minutes. Again, we're going to be doing this every Tuesday and Thursday at noon. Bring your questions. Thursday, we're going to have our topic is going to be really centered around investments and retirement planning, and discussing, real estate and stocks and bonds and what type of retirement accounts you need and things of that nature. And Tuesday is going to be earmarked for us to discuss things more around the entrepreneurship space, things you need to do to be able to grow your business. So again, Perry Jeffries here, the entrepreneur.